So hey, what's going on? Scruggs here. First, I'm not an electrician in any way, shape, or form. I do know about electricity though. So take this video with a grain of salt. It is for entertainment purposes only. And if I get shot, you'll see it in real time. But this is what I'm going to do. I need some temporary power to this shed. So that's what I am going to attempt to do, is run some power to the shed. Now, I had power out to my canopy shed, but this new shed that I have, it's actually wired. It came with a 30 amp breaker, and it's got 2 outlets and a switch and a light in the ceiling. I'm going to run an extension cord to this breaker box, and we're going to have temporary power for this building until I can get my brother-in-law over here to look at the situation. Now, the reason that I'm doing this is because it's kind of dingy in here. You wouldn't know it now, but it's like 1 o'clock during the day, and it's kind of dingy in here. I've got light, but I need better lighting to see stuff. So that's the main thing that I want, is light and something to charge batteries. My intentions is to run an AC unit, and I don't think that that's going to happen with this extension cord. And I also want to run my generator out of this shed when we lose electricity. So that's the game plan. But today, we are just going to run an extension cord so that I can at least get some lights on in here and a couple places to run some fans, because it's sweltering up in here. We're still in well, I don't want to say we're in a drought. We're kind of still in a drought. We've had rain last week. We've had some rain this week. The rivers are coming up a little bit. I hope they stay up so we can get some fishing in. But that's for another video. So yeah, let me show you what I have done so far. I started this project, and I thought, well, let me make a video on it while I'm doing it. And if I get shot, y'all can check it out. I had some leftover wire where I ran a new wire to my ground fault switch, which is where this extension cord is coming from. I've got the extension cord that runs this run out here now, and it's been, I mean, it's underground, but it's just an extension cord. It's just, I've had it for so long that the grounds just grew up around it. But anyway, this is what I got. And I bought these. I bought this male end, and I've got a female end, and I've got me about 2 feet of that wire, and I've shaved back. Now this is going into the box. Now, like I said, I've already done this in, but basically I'm going to show you how to do the same thing with this one with the extension cord, because I want to run the extension cord through the wall, so I don't have a giant hole. So I'm going to cut the cord, and I'm going to put this end on it, and I'm just going to run the cord through a little tiny hole. So that's where we're at. Here's my box. Now there's my box right there, and as you can see, these are the wires going out into the shed. It goes to this ground fault. Can you all see that ground fault? No, you can't. It goes to this ground fault, and then it goes out of the ground fault, and it goes out into the shed. But what we're focusing on is the box, because we're going into the box. And there's a little plug here, and you have to knock that plug out. I just used my knife. Just came up here through the bottom and just poked it, and you just kind of bend it back and forth, and that comes out. So take this out for the time being. This is just a disconnect. And we've got a ground here, which is our, I'm going to call it the gold wire. And then we've got, sometimes this is green, has green on it. And then you've got black, which is hot, and then white, which is neutral. So I'm guessing that my black goes here, my white goes here, and my ground goes here. That's the way I'm going to wire it anyway. Because I can't find anything on the internet about it. But this here is a connection for each side. And if you look at it, that's the way it looks to me. So that's what we're going to do. Whether or not it's right or wrong, I don't know. But just by looking at it. Now technically, and I'll do this later because I forgot about this, there's supposed to be a rubber plug. You can see this plug here. There's supposed to be a rubber plug in here. It has to keep it from grounding out. But like I said, I'm just doing this temporary. I can do that later, or you can take some black tape, wrap a bunch of black tape around it. But I'd recommend getting the correct plug for it. Just keeps it from rubbing on the box. Alrighty. So these wires are pretty stiff. They're kind of a pain to deal with, to be honest with you. But there's a little hole back in there. If you look, there's a hole right there. You're going to put that in that hole, and then you're going to tighten that screw down on it. And we're going to do it for the black side and the white side. Alright, now, let me go get my multimeter. I'll be right back. Alright, so I got my meter here. We got our meter set at our lowest ohms setting. And let me get y'all in here. I did this once and it wasn't recording, so what we're going to do is we got that disconnect out. We're going to check our white wire with our white wire, and we should stay where we're at. So that's good. We're going to check our black with our black wire, and nothing there. Now when we put this in, basically these make the connection to the two, which is what I call it, a disconnect. And they use these on your AC systems most of the time, or your air handler. And now we should read pretty close to 0. And we're at 0.30. I wish it was better than that. 0.30. Alrighty. Well, let's see what we got when we touch them together. 0.3. Okay. Like I say, this is not a very good, it will get the job done. But my good one, I actually broke the other day when I was working on my lawnmower. I've got like a really nice one. It cost me like $350 that I used for working on cars, for electrical system on cars, but this will work. So yeah, we're good there. Alrighty, so that lets us know that this box works fine. Like I say, I've already got the end on that. So we're going to put the end on the extension cord. Now the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to drill a hole. We'll drill a tiny hole right through here, and that's where we're going to bring a cord through. Let's see here. I'm going to go unplug my extension cord because I've got it running the fan at the moment, and we definitely don't want no juice going to that. So I'm going to leave the fan connected, I'm going to go out here and disconnect where I've got it plugged in on the deck. Alright, I'll be right back. So my fan is off. Here's the female end of the cord. And I'm going to cut about that much off of it so that I can save this in case I ever want to use it again. Got a pair of side cutters. We'll snip it right off. I'm going to take our cord. We don't want to cut through the sheathing of the wire itself. So I'm going to come about halfway. I got this measured because this piece here clamps on the cord to keep it from pulling out. So we want to come above there. So I'm going to come about halfway. I'm going to peel that back. And that's going to expose our wires. I'm just going to cut this stuff off here. Again, I want to stress, I'm not an electrician. But I feel that I can do this without having to pay somebody $100 or however much they're getting nowadays for labor. I'm just going to take these and I'm going to strip these back about a ½ inch. I just use a knife. If you got strippers, just use strippers. I just roll it on my thumb. Don't cut my thumb. You don't want to do that. I darn sure don't want to do it. I'm sorry, I'm trying to look at myself doing this. It's kind of hard to do. Alrighty. So now we got our wire. I'll strip back. Now let's take this apart. You got 3 screws here. And you're just gonna loosen these up. This is 2 parts. And we got a Phillips. Phillips is better. I'm just sweating bullets. Should have put my bandana on. I think I might have to go get it. And then we're going to run this in here. I'm probably going to have to open it up more. Maybe not. Just comes up to the bottom. You want to pull that up. I like to twist my wires just a little bit so the strands kind of stay all together. Then green goes to green, black goes to gold, and white goes to silver. White, silver. And see, this is, I can't even see what I'm looking at because I ain't got no light in here. Alright, it looks like I need to unscrew this. Is it going to come out all the way? No, it won't. So you want to, sorry about the light. If you look, oh jeez, there's a hole there, and that piece right here is loose. Watch, it'll fall down. say it fell. You want to make sure that that piece is open. And then you're going to stick your wire in there. And then you're going to screw your screw down onto the wire. I don't see how y'all do this. This is the most aggravatingest thing in the world. Trying to look through a camera lens while you're doing this. Now here's where the joy comes in. You have to do this all over again with the wires not coming apart and all. I'm sorry the lighting's so bad in here. This is why I need to get power out here, because it's just so aggravating. I'm trying to get anything done. I'm trying to go through stuff. See, it keeps falling down. And my wires ain't long enough. I need to strip more wire. Hold on. I don't have enough wire to maneuver what I'm trying to do. There we go. And now you just want to screw her down. I just got them snug at the moment. Now here's the gold. Turn her upside down. Shake her down. I think I need to unscrew this one more. Shake her upside down. Oh, my white one come out. God darn it. Guess I didn't snug it down enough. And we'll do the white one all over again. But y'all get the idea. You just want to make sure that that piece is all the way open, which is not. That's probably why. And your cover's got a little notch right here. You want to line that up with a notch on the inside. Just like that. And then you want to screw these in. Oh, you know what? I forgot to drill my hole. Daggone it, I got to take this all apart. Alright, well anyway, y'all see how we do this anyway, because I got to take this all apart. You tighten these two screws down, and that tightens it against this, so that when you pull it, if you accidentally pull it by the cord, it won't rip it out of this part here. So, yeah, alright, I'll bring you back when get ready to drill this hole, because I got to take this apart. Alrighty, so my wire, about a 1/4 inch. This is a 5/16 drill bit. There we go. Look at that. Just the right size. So I'm going to go on the outside and push that through. Just like that. And now I'm going to put the end back on this, and I'll bring it right back after I've done that. So I've taken a plug that I ran through, and I've got it connected to the box now, and the breaker is out. So I just want to recheck see if we have power coming in. Oh, y'all can't really see it. I've got my my meter is set on alternating current volts. I've got it set to 200. We're going to check our ground, our hot, which is black, to our white. We have 123 volts. We're going to check going out. We have nothing. I'm going to put our breaker, not our breaker, but our disconnect for our breaker. I'm going to put that in. Now I'm going to check for hot coming out of the breaker, which is going to be the inside one and the inside one, 123 volts. So we got power coming in and power going out. Test that ground fault. That works. Reset. So we're good. Technically, we should have power. I'm going to set this fan up here. Plug our fan in. Voila. Have power to my shed. So yeah, again, I'm not an electrician. This is not the code, but it will allow me to cut the lights on. Oh yeah, while we're at it, let's check out the lights. That's the light that was in my canopy shed. Yes, good deal. That's totally awesome. Alrighty, appreciate you watching. I'm just gonna stay out here for a little bit, sweat some, make sure everything's okay. Nothing happens. Shed don't burn up or nothing like that. Let me show you the setup that I've got outside. So yeah, hang on here. So that's what it's going to look like coming out. And when I run electricity permanently to it, we'll just run a piece of conduit down to the ground. This is the extension cord I was telling you about. This is like about, I want to say it's a 100-foot extension cord, but you can see where it goes in the ground right here. And like I say, over the years, it's just, you know, the ground's covered it up. Now, I used to have a box out here. This is something new that I bought. It just plugs into here. It's an outdoor electrical outlet. It's got USB on it, which I don't use. But I did have a box here. But what happened was the cats kept jumping onto the box, and eventually it broke the box. So this is the third one from Amazon that I have tried, and so far it's been doing pretty good. But I've got that, and this has a circuit breaker in it also. But that goes to this outlet here. This outlet ties into that outlet under that chair right there. And that outlet is actually tied into a ground fault switch into my bathroom also. So I got two ground faults on the shed, and I've got one, power outlet that's got a circuit breaker in it also, and I don't know what the breaker is on that. I'm guessing it's 15 amps. That's something I ought to look at just to make sure. But yeah, electricity to the shed. I appreciate you watching, folks. Hope this helps somebody out. Like I say, I'm not an electrician, but I have done small things around the house, and I thought this would be pretty simple, just to hold me over until her brother-in-law can come out. He's in the process right now of doing some stuff to his house, and I'm not going to bother him with that. And this will at least get me some light and a couple of fans in here. We'll continue on with doing some stuff to it. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. Appreciate you watching. Do that for me right here if you enjoyed it. I didn't shock myself, so sorry if I disappointed anybody. Thanks a lot. So hey, I just kind of wanted to throw this in here. I got to thinking about it. This isn't going to have power to it 24/7. I'm either going to take the disconnect out, or I'm just going to unplug it just to be on the safe side. The only time that I'll have actual power going to it is when I'm in here. So I just kind of wanted to throw that out there, that it's not permanent. This is just a temporary setup for when I'm out here working. This is not 24/7 power. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to throw that out there. I appreciate it. Thanks a lot. Not an electrician. Entertainment purposes only.